Kia ora. Hey there, it's Poppy Joy here, and I've just had the opportunity. It was on the Sunday, on the 28th of June. I think it was the 28th or the 29th. I can't remember, doesn't matter. But anyway, I had the opportunity to visit this beautiful harbour and gift it with a special crystal with the intention of the great returning of the organic consciousness to our beautiful Mother Earth and all of us, actually. I have had a special connection with this harbour, and it is a place that is dear to my heart. She's alive, and we communicate of love, hope, and abundance that is birthing. There was some beautiful little communications while it was happening. I was in a place of joy as this gifting was done. So people are still awakening, and we've been living with disabilities and handicaps that have come from the perceptions we were programmed into. How is it that we can bilocate our consciousness, remote view, do remote healings as if the people are in our presence? This reality has held us in its illusions for so long. It's like we've been sucked into technology, and so many are living through technology, while the natural and organic reality has been neglected and ignored. I have found and am finding that internet connections are intercepted, interfered with, and used by those who control artificial intelligence. It's just always about anything that can divide us, especially people that we really care about, these sorts of things. But this will go. It's been hard dealing with it, but we are going to transcend it, and love of our hearts will reconnect us again with these lovely people, when these things get in the way. Yeah, but since I was asking these questions, the GIA report came out, and it's actually answered things for me, which I'm going to put into this report as well. So the artificial intelligence has been controlling our narratives by popularising those who hold the spin that leads people back to itself, to fear, to drama, chaos, false sun, and astrological systems. And since asking the question it's largely answered through the GAO report. I know I just said that, sorry for being repetitive, but I have brain injuries, I have bones in my head that are not in the right place. I have a lot going on, and it's been really, really, really difficult to deal with, and I'm absolutely doing my best. Anyway, I am aware that the controllers are defeated and that they are still committing heinous rituals to keep people under control through fear. I feel fortunate that with my health, it's taken me through the death of my avatar and back too many times, and then left me vulnerable through targeting and the trauma my body wasn't able to resolve due to amnesia and the severe nature of what happened to hack into my brain from my beginnings. And why I'm saying this is because to some extent it happens to everyone. Mine was just more extreme. The truth I have discovered is that all human brains have been hacked to some extent by removing us from nature, our very own nature, our ability to explore and discover our environments without interference. Governments control whole countries by force and fear. Actually, look, the whole omniverse has been controlled that way, I've since discovered. Anyway, children are registered at birth, enter an education system, and are told how to think and behave from their mind-controlled parents, who are usually just doing the best that they can for their children. Books and movies, and especially religious scriptures, have caused us to abandon our true nature and comply to these governing forces that involve mimicking gods that are intent on separating people with good and evil consciousness. Again, astrology created by the Babylonian priesthood also holds that consciousness, capturing the planets and stars and allocating them personalities aligned with requiring blood sacrifices, punishment, black magic rituals. The rituals were performed on astrological arrays, moon cycles and eclipses, and none of it is actually as we perceive. Over the solstice period, according to Kim Gogwin from the Global Intelligence Agency, the deep state systems tried to install dark frequencies and alter reality yet again. Aren't we getting tired of it? And it's been unsuccessful, and it will continue to be unsuccessful whatever they try. We have actually transcended that, and we carry on that journey. But I certainly felt that pushing and pulling as it happened. Most sensitive people do, and we often feel things before they happen. I'm feeling some massive consciousness changing stuff coming up, so let's be prepared by living intuitively through our hearts. I've had many strokes. It's hard for my words to come out at times, and so I'm still healing that. It's been really difficult, but I know that it will become undone. So, the CIA and other entities have controlled the inorganic consciousness in more recent decades. Many people used in secret space programming were implanted and connected up to the artificial intelligence. I was too. I didn't actually consent. I was caught in it. As long as my mind or brain was leading, I did for some time, except I didn't maximise on it financially, as many others do. Look, I was really misled in the past. It was only by becoming heart-led that I could override it and find the implants and deactivate them. For me, what I'm seeing through my visions, which I have been looking into diligently lately, with confusion over extraterrestrials and all. But for me, it was grey extraterrestrials who implanted me in a hijacked ENT surgery. The implants were parasites connected with the artificial intelligence machinery, and they have been highly toxic as they break down, causing a lot of pain, disability, and suffering as they do. It's really difficult to function adequately at times. I've had black stuff, like black mold, black goo, whatever it is, coming out of my tongue. It's been burning. It's been such a big issue, such a big deal. And I also just found out too that when I looked deeper into the 6-year-old MK Ultra dumb thing, I actually discovered that there were people wearing costumes that appeared like they were extraterrestrials, which is just hard. It's hard on a 6-year-old, it was terrorizing. It was all part of the programming. It's, to fear extraterrestrials, whatever. But anyway, all our brains have been hacked to some extent. My brain was hacked, and I have had to learn how to hack my reality to survive targeting, discrimination, and suppression by the artificial intelligence that has caused disharmony and imbalance. I'm still awakening. We all are. I know that the more source light I allow in, the greater my intuition is to self-heal, and we all can and may grow into it. Like, the thing that's keeping me going is I know that all the harm is getting undone, and I know that natural justice is coming, and I know that we bring it through ourselves, so I'm going to carry on doing that. We've all been deceived and handicapped. Some are targeted more heavily than others, especially when we are seen as a threat to the programmed perceptions that have held the looshing system in place. Some key points that have resonated with me from the latest GIA report. You may join here, so the link, it'll be in the comments. There are a community of people here working together towards the solution-based restoration of life. So if you can only afford one subscription, like I did when I joined, I had to actually cancel one subscription and join over, and I will rejoin the Cosmic Switchboard, because I do like how people are searching for truth there, and that I felt a sense of there's soul family there. But anyway, I recommend joining this UNN GIA reports group and being a part of the restoration. You may have your other parts, that there are other communities of restoration too, and we need many, so go with where your intuition flows. Anyway, one of the points from the report is that the Ring of Fire network is an artificial sun system. Artificial suns, stars and galaxies and constellations were created through the structure, and this is why I detect red flags related to astrological symptoms. They guide rituals anyway, so I am more wary of these systems than most. This system separates our being from the divine plan, organic consciousness, our soul and our energy. There are heaps of soul affairs as what is fictitious is leaving and organic consciousness and true source connection returns. It is not how it's being told through those popularised by the AI that likes to keep us in illusion. And I did actually mention, and I did say to Stephen Burns, just to be careful of the preemptive programming of, maxing out on, we're going to have this earthquake and we're going to have this and the world's going to be rocked here, because it does actually cause our consciousness to go there and actually take part in that creation. And I know that he actually heard that because I saw it in a podcast that he was in, that he said that someone had mentioned to be careful of the preemptive programming, but I don't really know that he really understood what I was talking about. I do believe he's a very sincere person, and I do feel that he's being used. And that the AI are putting him forward because it causes more chaos and it causes more stuff in our world just by having a collective people that are kind of taking on these falsities and sort of like, okay, now Japan's going to have a big earthquake, and now all these places are going to have a big earthquake, and then our consciousness goes there, and then voila, we've created it. So I would rather be creating the calm and the peace that can come through our hearts. So separation from source and ourselves happened as a result of our hacked brains that were compartmentalised and fragmented our consciousness with unloving and untrue perception. Now, the point that Kimberly made is MK Ultra includes intelligence, information, learning, media and emotion. Faith is redirected away from the self and source, and everyone was affected. Yes, I absolutely agree, and that is what I've been communicating for some time as well. As a survivor of the MK Ultra program, and I'm saying barely, I am confronted with massive healing as it is purging from my being. Eventually the program will go as all deception is revealed. Our emotions are over it discharged and our fuller embodying of source happens. I'm getting a bit annoyed at my restrictions in my mouth and my expressions and just the pressure that I feel in my body and just what it does. It's just anyway, I shall deal with it and I shall clear it away. Anyway, but this means our hearts leads and our mental cognition serve this instead with clear perspective. No one has become fully free of the overlays and false realities yet, but we are making good progress and will grow into it as we return to ourselves. Source and nature, governance is a part of it, and it has been anti-it in place of it. Mind control or governance only removes us from ourselves, source and energy, so don't buy the Gesara narrative. It's just a dangling carrot that keeps people trauma bonded to governance. To that someone's going to do it and make everything all right for everything, but we actually are the ones who make it right. We do the work, and if we're waiting for the government to do it, people are going to be sadly let down. So I encourage the returning of our consciousness to what is natural and organic, things that actually wow us, the discovery of ourselves interacting with our environment, seeing through non-judgmental and innocent perception again. We start to realise who we really are and what we are capable of. The illusions of the old reality we have been lost in are deconstructing. The broadcasting and signals that affect our brain will also leave us, especially as we tune out of them and give our focus to what is natural and organic. We co-create with our perceptions and are all connected as fractals of the source of life. We will remember the sacredness of life and the splendour of each other's souls as the old breaks down even more. This is kind of almost bringing me to tears. This is why I feel I'm still alive and I'm still here, and I want to participate with each and every one of you in this. We will preserve the truth of our being through the portals of our heart and our earthly avatar, ourselves and other nows, and transcend the illusions of time and space that replace the reality of love and the spectrums of light we breathe through our being and emit through our fascia that our 3D eyes have not been able to see. Our fascia holds light, and that light reflects our entire soul experience. Natural light holds information that can set us free. This is why it appears that many of us together resolve harm and face similar life themes at the same time. Some people are beginning to perceive this light. I was just with a beautiful friend yesterday who did fascia release on me. Incredible work. She can feel it. And there are different senses that each of us perceive. We are awakening up to the wonder of who we are as we give our attention to it. However, I feel that all time exists at once, and that we are simply putting right what went wrong through the fractals of the one source we are, even though it's felt extremely complex. This is why I see the focus of our attention as being so vital for freedom now. Bad news and these earthquakes and destruction can crush us if we allow it. Grief will flow through our hearts, and we may realise that death is an illusion. Souls go on. We are not separated ever or forever. Death loses its sting. Natural justice is inevitable. We are all finding our way back out of slavery, and that's our intention. The harm will repair. We will go on united in love, seeing one another for who we really are. And since we are all spectacular beings, we will be wowed by one another. When we see one another, no more illusions, deceit and trickery. Where our attention goes, energy flows. So much love to you all.